I want to talk about the basics of training with Rocky. So, this is what we always come back to because it's the basics. It's the three commands that you start with, which is sit, stay, and come, all on leash so that you have full control. And the reason why I talk about this is because sometimes Rocky's going to get out of line, and I want you to bring it back to the basics and show him when I say come, you have to come. And when I say stay, you have to stay because you're in full control. And then expand it again because he obviously has graduated past this point, but it's so good for him to feel this. I'm in full control. I'm showing you, I'm not testing you. And then we expand from there. So, this is what we start with. It's step one. And then we move on and we graduate him once we see that he's doing really well. Rocky, heel. Rocky, sit. Good. So, notice the leash. I'm going to go from beside him. I do that tension with the leash. I give him a stop sign for stay, and I make it a physical stay by going from beside him to in front of him. Rocky, stay, stay, stay. If he was to come out of the stay position, I would immediately grab the leash, glide my hand up against it, and say, no, Rocky, sit, and Rocky, stay. Notice how I just gained full control. Rocky, stay, stay. But because he's doing so well, I hold the stay, stay. Rocky, come. And I glide the leash towards me so I have full control again. Rocky, sit. Good boy. And I give him that high pitched praise. Yes, that's so good. So if he was in that stay position, I'm going to have these two tones. If he's in that stay position and he comes out of it, I immediately say, no, Rocky. So he hears that correction, meaning I don't like what you're doing, and I immediately show him, you stay. Good, stay. Rocky, come. Very good. Sit. Good boy. And I give him that praise. It is so important to give them high praise so that they understand I love what you do, and then to have your other tone of voice of no, so that they can hear when they're doing immediately something wrong. Rocky, sit. Good boy. Stay, stay, stay. Notice my hands with the leash. I'm going to glide him towards me instead of letting go of the leash. Rocky, come. So I glide it so I have full control. I can now take him and bring him closer by creating that grip. Rocky, sit. Good boy. And I'm showing him what I want him to do. So obviously Rocky has passed this point, but these are the basics and what I want you to come back to. So when I say now we graduate Rocky, this is what I mean. Rocky, sit. So when he doesn't sit the first time, I give him that bop. Rocky, sit, and say the command as well. Rocky, stay, stay. And now I let go of the leash because he's in that stay position and he's staying for me. Rocky, come. Good boy. Rocky, sit. Very good boy. So I want him to sit directly in front of me so I can give him that praise. And now we've completed it and we move on to the next thing. So again, we just keep building from here. Rocky, sit. Lay down. Stay. Stay. Now I don't even hold on to the leash at all. Stay. Stay. And you can graduate him. Stay. Even within a session so that he's understanding the basics and you can just immediately bring it back in full control with the leash. Rocky, come. Good boy. Rocky, sit. Thank you so much. That was so good. Yes, I'm so proud of you. So notice his tail and how happy he is to make me happy. And we love to see that because we're establishing with him what we want him to do and what makes us happy. Rocky, sit. Rocky, heel. Good. Good boy. Rocky, heel. Sit. Lay down. Good. Rocky, heel. Good boy. So hear how much I talk to him. Rocky, sit. I say the commands and his name. Rocky, stay. Stay. Rocky, lay down. Stay. Stay. Good boy. Stay. Good boy. Stay. Rocky, come. Good boy. Sit. Very good. So now he's done really well. And you can see how I started off with the basics and I've built with him. So if for any reason he was to get out of line, I would simply bring it right back to where we were in the beginning, show him again what I want him to do, and then continue to expand. The point is to focus on the last thing that you said to him. If I told him to stay, 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 and he comes out of the stay, I would simply grab his leash, bring him back, have him sit, and say, you stay, and reestablish that he stays until I say, okay, or come. Go, go, go. Good boy, yeah. You're so good at this. I know. You're so good trained, uh-huh. So it's so fun to work with Rocky. He's so smart, and you can see how we're starting to graduate him, and we'll continue to show you what that looks like in the coming videos.